Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Yao, and we're going to take a look at patterns with fractions. So I know in earlier grades, like 3rd and 4th grade, you've seen patterns with whole numbers. This time, we're going to be looking at patterns with fractions. All right, thinking about our first problem. So take a look. We have 1/2, 2/3, an empty space, 1 whole, and 1 1/6. Now, something I'm noticing right now is that all of these denominators are different. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the least common multiple. There we go. Miss Yao hasn't taught 5th grade in a while, so she's, just bear with her. All right, so let's write them out. We're going to write out the multiples of 2, the multiples of 3, and the multiples of 6. Let's count by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Where should I stop? Okay, that looks good. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. All right, what is the smallest number that they have in common? Not 2, not 4. Oh, there's 6, 6, and 6. So they all have 6 in common. All right, so let's get each of these denominators to 6. For my denominator of 2, I'm going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 3. Okay? And that would give me the fraction of 3 over 6. For my fraction with the denominator thirds, I'm going to multiply by 2, because I know that 3 times 2 equals 6. And then so whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Okay, so over here, oops, why did I write equals, guys? That is super bizarre. Okay, erase this, back to my pen. Okay, my numerator, 2 times 2 would give me 4. My denominator, 3 times 2 would give me 6. Same denominator, I'm amazing. My box is still the same. 1 whole doesn't change because really we don't have a denominator. And 1 1/6, guys, I made it so easy for you guys, you don't have to change that at all. Okay. So now we have our new fractions, and every denominator is the same, so we can actually compare. Okay, so now I want to think to myself, as a good mathematician, how do I get from 3/6 to 4/6? Or here as well, I can think about how I get from 1 whole to 1 1/6. Now, some of you already have some ideas, and I know some of you are like jotting it down and screaming at your Chromebook, but you can really just take this bigger fraction, 4/6, minus your smaller fraction here, 3/6. Okay, which would give me, well, I don't subtract my denominator, so I would have 1/6. So I'm adding, because I'm getting bigger, 1/6. Does that work here? 1 whole plus 1/6 equals 1 1/6. So now I have my rule. My rule is, and you can write this down, add or plus 1/6. But now we have this missing little piece right here in this box. Okay, so I have 4/6, say it with me, with my rule, plus 1/6. Well, that makes it easy. I just add my numerator. My missing number should be 5 over 6. Make sure that your work matches mine at this point. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. I wrote it out for us. We have 1 3/8, 1 3/4, 2 1/8, a big old blank space, and 2 7/8. I'd like you to pause this video and take a moment to solve the rule of the pattern and then find the missing term. In just a moment, I'll share whether you got it right. Okay, we're back. So let's see if you were correct. I really hope that you guys took a look at your denominators at first. You have 8s, 4s, 8s, and 8s. Okay, well that makes it easy for us. I'm going to write my my multiples. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm going to write my multiples of 8 and my multiples of 4. Let's count by 8. 8, 16, 24, 32. You can use your multiplication chart if you need to. For 4s, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. The smallest one that they have in common would definitely be 8. They do have 16 in common and they do have 24 in common, but 8 is the smallest one. All right, so let's rewrite some of these fractions. 1 3/8, well, that's just the same. That's easy. 1 3/4, I do need to change. How many times do I need to multiply 4 by to get to 8? Well, by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Now my new fraction is 1 and 6 over 8. And then I'm just going to quickly rewrite the rest. Big old blank space. 2 and 7/8. At this point, you can be checking your work to see if you are where I am. And if you're not, just take a moment and pause the video and get to where I am. No big deal. Okay, so I know that my rule is how do I get from my first fraction to my second fraction, and so on and so forth. I'm going to take this here, these two terms, because I don't really feel like jumping over into the next hole over here, if that makes sense to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at 1 and 3/8 getting to 1 and 6/8. I know it's a plus because I'm getting bigger. So what I can do is I can count up 1 and 3/8, 1 and 4/8, 1 and 5/8, 1 and 6/8. So I'm holding 3/8 in my hand. Or I can do, as I did before, 1 and 6/8. Subtract the smaller term, 1 and 3/8, which would give me, wholes cancel out, 3 over 8. A lot of you probably had that. I wonder how many of you challenge yourselves by looking at these two terms, which would be a little bit tricky. Alright, so now that we have our rule, we're adding 3/8. Oh, let me write the actual rule down. Add 3/8. Let's figure out our missing term. We have 2 1/8 plus 3/8. 2 wholes plus no wholes is 2. 1/8 plus 3/8 is 4/8. But that's weird. The numerator and denominator are both even, so I can simplify. And I know because they're even, I can divide by 2. Okay. So now I have 2 and 2 over 4. Oh gosh, they're even again? Ugh, okay, so I'll just divide by 2 again. Some of you probably figured out you could have divided by 4 the first time, but you're quicker than I am. Alright, my missing term is 2 and a half. Check your work. Alright, this is your last problem that I'm going to model for you. So, and it looks a little bit different. So take a look at number 3. Your rule is you're going to start at a half and you're going to add 1/3 each time. So before I let you go and try it on your own, we're going to sort of give you a clue. The first thing is it starts at a half, so your first term is a half. That's easy. You did like 1/4 of the problem already. Huh? Alright, and then we're adding 1/3 each time. So this is just information that's literally given to me in the problem. So should my numbers be getting bigger or smaller? Well, bigger because we're adding. Oops, 1/3. Okay, there we go. Alright, so pause this video now and take a moment and solve for the last 3 terms. Good luck. Okay, we are back. Let's see. Okay, we have 1/2. And we're going to add 1/3. 1/2 plus 1/3. Oh wait, we can't really do that because our denominators are different. So once again, and this time I'm not going to mess up the words, multiples, least common multiples. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, our least common multiple will be 6. Alright, so we need to get half to sixths, so that would be times 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. For thirds, to get to 6, 3 6, so it's times 2. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Okay, equals. So let's rewrite our fractions. We have 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6. Easy. So my next term will be 5 over 6. Oh, easy. And we don't have to simplify because we know 5 is a prime number. Okay, next. We are going to take 5 over 6, and I'm going to change colors because I can't handle this. 5 over 6 plus 1/3. 5 over 6 plus 1/3. Okay. If I write out my multiples, and you can check your work here, 6, 12, 18, 3, 6, 9. 6 is the common multiple. 5, 6 is going to be the same, but thirds, we're probably going to have to multiply by 2, just like over here. 2 over 6. Ah, I should have changed it back to green. Green, green. Plus 2 over 6 gives me 7 over 6. Oh, wait. This is improper. Well, poo. Okay, let's split this up. We can split up 7 6 into 6 6 and 1 6. And the reason why I split it like that is because I know 6 6 is the same thing as a whole, and that'll make it a little bit easier for me. So now I have 1 whole, which is this, plus 1 6. 1 and 1 6. All right, let's fill that in. 1 and 1 6. Now, guys, I've been holding out on you. I secretly have a yellow color, but I haven't used it because I'm worried you can't see. So let's find out together. So now I have 1 and 1 6. I can see. That's not bad. Plus 1 third. And I'm not going to write out my multiples again because I literally did it just here. So I am going to make this common multiple into 6 times 2 times 2. Now I have 1 and 1 6. I'm so sorry it's getting so sloppy, guys. Plus 2 over 6, which would give me 1 and 3 6. Wait a second. That can't be my final answer because I have to still simplify. All right, my factors, factors of 3, factors of 6. Prime number. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. I can divide them both by 3. Boop. Boop. So now I have 1 and 1 over 2. 1 and a half. All right, let's place that there in my beautiful yellow that everyone can read, hopefully. Check your work. You should have your terms as 1/2, 5 6, 1 and 1 6, and 1 and a half. If you did not simplify for the last one, make sure you did. Good job, guys. Alright, so it's time for your exit ticket. If you go ahead and flip your paper over, you'll notice that you have 3 problems. Now, they look just like the problems that I just went over. So, I'm going to ask you guys to work alone, take your time, and remember, think about whether the rule is getting bigger or smaller, and make sure that you have a common denominator when you're trying to add or subtract your fractions. Good luck!